Test, test. Welcome to Superdude, the channel. Superdude. We're watching the Formula 1 Hungarian Grand Prix. The Grand Prix in Hungary. Yesterday, the qualifying did not disappoint. We finally have Lewis versus Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton versus Max Verstappen is now continuing. The battle is continuing. We are finally able to see in the new regulations who is the better driver. I'm telling you now, if Lewis Hamilton cannot win this race, this is his best shot. This is Lewis Hamilton's best shot. If he can't win here, I doubt he's going to win anywhere. I'm going to be completely honest. If Lewis Hamilton cannot win from pole, from showing that his car has the performance in this track, this track does suit his car, you know, especially if he has the right tires on, I do not see any reason, any possible excuse that Lewis Hamilton can make as to why, unless of course if they crash. If Max and Lewis crashes, then hey, at least they're doing exactly what everybody can predict would happen, especially what happened in 2021 should I say. So yeah, so we've got Hamilton starting on medium tires, Verstappen starting on medium tires, Norris on medium tires behind Max Verstappen, Piastri, teammate of Norris, also on medium tires. We've got Zogwe new medium, Leclerc medium, Bottas also on medium, Alonso in 8th on medium, Perez in 9th on medium, Hulkenberg 10th, also on medium. So sorry, actually Hulkenberg is on medium, but Perez is on hard. Perez is on hard tires. So we are doing the preparation, the formation lap, should I say? Almost a preparation lap. It's actually called a formation lap. They might as well call it a preparation lap as well, because they're preparing the cars and then setting them off so they can go around the track. Dude, we're almost about to get started here. I have never done this. I actually have more data now to see things in real time. So if I want to specifically focus on someone, then I can actually see new things and figure out maybe who's going to make a move and who's not going to make a move. I'm actually quite excited to see what's going to happen with all this information I have in front of me. I just hope it's not information overload. So here we go. They're doing the information lab. So just to continue quickly before they start the race, Hulkenberg is on medium tires. Ocon is on soft tires, which is interesting. Ricciardo is on medium tires. Ricciardo qualified 13 in a car that is not necessarily good enough to be in 13th place. I will be completely honest, Ricciardo shocked me. I did not see Ricciardo qualifying higher than 16th position, and he's completely proven me wrong. He's qualified 13th place. 14th is Stroll, and that's a soft tire. Gasly is 15th. Gasly is also on a soft tire. So Gasly is on a soft tire. Stroll is also on a soft. So Gasly and Stroll, 14 and 15 is on soft tires. Albon is on medium tires. Then we've got Yuki Tsunoda on soft tires. George Russell is on hard tires. So he wants to do a long stint. But remember, if there's any safety cars, that long stint will actually go to waste. Those hard tires will be a complete waste of time. Magnussen, 19th position. 20th position is Logan Sargent. So here we go. We've got almost the preparation. We've got Christian Horner in the pit garage, which is basically something he always used to do. Is he would go to the garage, watch the race start in the garage with the pit crew. So that's basically their normal thing. So I'm just waiting for the race to start now. I'm just looking at all the cars lining up, and they're about to get started. So I do not want to miss this. I'm just looking at the cars lining up. It's so strange. It's so ominous. So ominous on how strange it is. So the front cars have already stood still, waiting for the rear cars to catch up and stop. Finally, here we go. We're almost about to get started. Let's see. 1, 2, and go. 1, 2, 3, and go. What? It's not it. Okay, so they. Oh yeah, I forgot. They have to switch off the lights before they can go. Lewis Hamilton is literally pushing Max Verstappen off the road, but no. There's no chance, dude. No chance. Max Verstappen, but I can guarantee you that the Lewis Hamilton fans are going to cry. Lewis Hamilton got passed by Lando Norris and is about to get passed by Piastri as well. Both McLarens passed Lewis Hamilton, bro. And now Lewis is trying to attack Piastri. And Piastri is saying, no, buddy, you can hold that 4th position because I kept it warm for you. Now I'm taking 3rd position. Lewis Hamilton tried to fight Max Verstappen instead of just racing his race. He was so desperate to force Max Verstappen almost off the road at the start. I'm telling you, all the Lewis Hamilton fans are not going to be happy about that one. And trust me, there was nothing wrong there. Lewis Hamilton pushed Max, and then Max did the same at the first right-hand corner. He did the same to Lewis. So that's 50-50, man. This is so interesting. So here we go. Let's see. Can Hamilton catch up? I doubt it. Oh, Piastri took 2nd. So I thought it was Lando Norris that was 2nd. No, it's Piastri that's 2nd. Piastri is now chasing down Max Verstappen, dude. My goodness, Piastri is really on it right now, which is good. So Piastri went past Lewis Hamilton and went past Lando Norris, and then Lando Norris said, hello, Lewis Hamilton, I'm not going to allow my teammate to run away. You have to take my place. That was exciting, man. That is really, truly exciting. So Piastri is staying 1 second behind Max Verstappen, which is very good because now he can be within the DRS zone. Drag reduction system will be online within the next 2 or 3 laps. And then we will find out if Piastri... Oh no, he's already going sub 1 second. Or should I say going over 1 second. He's going over 1 second. Oh, there's damage on Gasly's car. And they decided to... They decided to retire Gasly because of damage to his car. I don't even care about the start because you just saw back markers crashing each other out. It wasn't massive crash. They were just spinning and touching each other, which was unnecessary. Now you've got Carlos Sainz and Leclerc attacking each other, dude. And Carlos Sainz is basically lining up Leclerc like saying, hey, where am I going to pass Leclerc? Carlos Sainz is now questioning where is he going to make a move on Leclerc. And I don't see that Carlos Sainz will not make that move. He will definitely make that move. So Perez is now in 8th position, which means he didn't really make too much ground. Somehow Carlos Sainz made up all the ground. Alonso is in 7th. Hülkenberg is in 9th. So just to go back up the pecking order and just confirm all the positions. Verstappen's 1st. Piastri 2nd, which is shocker, man. Piastri being 2nd is shock. Verstappen has the fastest lap of the race. Piastri 2nd. Norris is 3rd. Hamilton 4th. Leclerc 5th. Radio. Oh, they've got terminal damage. So Ocon has got terminal. So I thought it was Gasly, but it's actually Ocon. Fastest lap of the race again. 1 minute 25.1. So so far Piastri cannot. So far Piastri does not have the fast enough sector times. He's saying sorry. Lewis Hamilton is saying sorry about that, guys. I don't know why he's saying sorry. The race has barely started, bro. You're a world champion, bro. Do something. I don't understand. Why is Lewis Hamilton saying sorry? The Grand Prix has barely started and he's already saying sorry. Win the Grand Prix, bro. Stop saying sorry. So yeah, so Max Verstappen is in the lead. Woo, dude. Piastri is putting on the fastest first sector so far. If I am comparing Max Verstappen and Piastri is putting up the fastest sector right now. Fastest first sector. This is interesting. So second sector, Piastri is still faster. So second sector, no, he's not. but he's very close. He's very close to Max Verstappen. So Piastri is trying his best to hold on to Max Verstappen. Norris is already 3 seconds behind, bro. Lando Norris is 3 seconds behind. Okay, he's technically 1.4 seconds behind Piastri, but he's 3 seconds behind Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton is about to attack Lando Norris for 3rd place, dude. So 3rd place, Lando Norris is about to attack Lewis Hamilton. Ooh, they're showing the crash. I wonder if the two Alpines hit each other. It definitely looked like it. So now we've got Perez. DRS is enabled. DRS is enabled. So let's see. No, Piastri is almost 2 seconds behind. Piastri is almost 2 seconds behind, dude. So Piastri couldn't, like, so somehow Piastri is the closest driver to Verstappen, but he couldn't be sub 1 second. So unfortunately, he does not get that DRS. That would have been interesting to see what Piastri could do with the DRS, because he was actually chasing Verstappen for that first 2 laps. He was chasing Verstappen, and then almost immediately Verstappen just said, "No, bro, you're not that guy," basically. So position check: Verstappen first, Piastri second, Norris third, Hamilton fourth, fifth Leclerc. We've got 6 Carlos Sainz, Alonso 7, Perez 8. 9th is Hulkenberg, 10th Stroll, 11th Yuki Tsunoda, 12 Bottas, 13 Russell, 14 Magnussen, 15 Albon, 16 Zogo Anu, 17 Logan Sargent. Ricciardo's 18. So Ricciardo was in that scuffle between the Alpines of Ocon and Gasly. Both of those cars are out, dude. Both cars are out. Alpine, both cars are out. That's interesting. I didn't see them have that much damage. It just seems like... So somehow Perez is having a... Look here. He's fighting with Alonso. Alonso held off Lewis Hamilton when Lewis Hamilton had the fastest car in 2001. So I highly doubt that Perez can just easily pass Alonso. So Perez trying to take Alonso's 7th place. I don't think it's going to happen, dude. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't think it's going to happen. And if it does happen, they're going to have to implement their strategy, team. Their strategy is going to have to put Perez in front, because Alonso is very good in this specific race to stop Perez or anybody that he doesn't want to pass him. So I'm pretty sure Alonso is going to hold on to 7th place until someone has to put between Perez and Alonso. Now, Hamilton. How close is Hamilton now? So Hamilton is 1.7 seconds behind the Norris. So it seems he gave up on challenging Norris. Interesting. Verstappen is now 2 seconds ahead of Piastri. The fact that Piastri is in 2nd is insane to me. I won't lie. It shows you that Piastri actually wants that, man. He wants that podium. 2nd place. I think he wants 2nd place more than Lando Norris wants 2nd place, to be honest. Yeah, I think Verstappen knew that if he doesn't try and pass Lewis Hamilton on the first lap, or doing what he did, how he passed Lewis Hamilton, there might be a big problem for him. So Max Verstappen did exactly what he needed to do. He passed Lewis Hamilton immediately. As soon as the first corner arrived, he passed him on the inside. He positioned his car perfectly, dude. I don't care what type of Lewis Hamilton fan you are. Max Verstappen did exactly what he needed to do. Lewis Hamilton, if he's an 8-time world champion, should have been better. I'm just going to be honest. I'm going to be completely honest. Because now, we could have had Hamilton leading Max Verstappen and seeing how this race folds out, and if Lewis Hamilton can win, but no. Hamilton was the one that made the mistake. He's an 8-time world champion. He has got no excuses. He knows better. So here we go. So Piastri was faster in the 2nd sector there. So Piastri is not Piastri is definitely not slow, but if you compare him to Max Verstappen, I think Max Verstappen is not even going full speed. So I don't think Max Verstappen is pushing his absolute limit. And that is why I think it looks like Piastri is closer on his sector times, you know, how quick he is over each sector than he actually is compared to Max. So I don't think he can actually be compared to Max, but so far he's doing a good job, especially if he's beating Lando Norris. Zhou Guanyu got a penalty. Why did Zhou Guanyu get a penalty? I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I've got no idea. So Perez finally made the move on Alonso, which is so strange to me because Alonso almost always has that covered. Yeah, I basically caught him under braking. He should have just... Let's see, well, Alonso was close to take that attack to Perez because Perez went in deep. So Alonso could have actually made a proper attack on Perez, but let's face it, I think ultimately the Red Bull straight line speed helped Perez there. Let's just be completely honest here. If Perez was not on that Red Bull, he would not get past Fernando Alonso. I'm almost 100% sure of it. So good job to Perez for passing Alonso. That is not an easy thing to do. Let's just, you know, give him the props. Perez did a good job there passing Alonso, but now he needs to look forward. So now Perez is going to attack both Ferraris. Carlos Sainz is next for Perez, and then we've got Leclerc. Both Ferraris are basically side by side if you think about it. They're just 2 seconds apart from each other. And I'm pretty sure Carlos Sainz can keep up with Leclerc, but I'm pretty sure that Ferrari just, team orders, unfortunately. I think Leclerc is the golden boy for Ferrari. And Carlos Sainz has to... Oh! Carlos Sainz has got soft tires, dude. So he's basically not pushing his tires. You see, that is why they should have let Carlos Sainz lead Leclerc. Carlos Sainz has got soft tires. That is why he's slowing down. Because he realizes now if he's not getting that treatment of passing Leclerc and then using his soft tires to the maximum, and then you're doing qualifying laps and then putting, after a couple of laps, then why would he destroy his soft tires this quickly? So now he's basically managing his soft tires not to destroy them. So Carlos Sainz Carlos Sainz should be better, better at defending Perez. Now, of course, it depends on how good Perez is on straight line speed, according to Ferrari, and we've got people pitting. Who is this? Is this Fernando Alonso or is this Stroll? Oh, that's Stroll. So Stroll is in the pits, Yuki Tsunoda's in the pits, and we've also got Bottas in the pits. So Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, and AlphaTauri. All 3 cars in the pit. That's the first pit stop. 2.6 seconds for Stroll. That's a good pit stop. Bottas got 3 seconds. And Yuki Tsunoda got 7.3 second pit stop. Why would Yuki Tsunoda get a 7.3 pit stop? That's not fair. It's ridiculously long pit stop for Yuki Tsunoda, man. They actually destroyed his positioning there because he was right behind them and now he's far behind them. Purely because of a second pit stop. There should have been 3 seconds maximum. Okay, so this is the Verstappen race to lose, dude. If Verstappen makes any mistakes, which I doubt, maybe he'll do that spin and win again like he did last year. He might do the spin and win again like last year. Just to make the Lewis Hamilton fans, feel like there's a possibility. Give them false hope, basically. Switch position. Yeah. So they're asking for... So Ferrari is actually asking Carlos Sainz, does he want to switch the tires, and Carlos Sainz is saying no thanks, I'm fine. And now I'm wondering if they also mean if they want to switch his position with Leclerc. I wonder if that's also what they were trying to tell him. And if he's not taking it, that's going to be strange. So Zhou Guanyu, remember he had to do a 5-second penalty stop as well. So that's going to be a disastrous pit stop for him. So now Ricardo's 13th position. Remember, he hasn't pitted yet. Zhou Guanyu just came out of the pit. 9 seconds. Position check quickly. First position for Verstappen, second Piastri, Norris is third, Hamilton fourth, Leclerc fifth, Carlos Sainz sixth. So now we're watching Piastri. So second sector, Verstappen was the fastest at the second sector. But Piastri is 4 seconds behind, dude. 4 seconds behind Verstappen. Verstappen is slowly but surely. I think at this point Verstappen is not even showing his full potential and he's still pulling away, dude. He's still pulling away and he's not even showing his full potential. Lewis Hamilton is 2.3 seconds behind Norris. Hasn't looked like he was attacking Norris at all. At one point, he was less than half a second behind Norris and just didn't do anything by it. I don't understand. Like, I've got no, like, if your car is one of the fastest cars in qualifying, or sorry, the fastest car, you literally qualified first. How can you not attack the third place that you lost, or the second place that you lost, or even try and get back to first place that you lost? Help me understand that. How does this Mercedes car not make sense? It must be their party mode. They probably have another special party mode thing that they do that makes the Mercedes engine work even harder than what it needs to in qualifying, but during the race it can't do it. It can't maintain that pace, which means it's basically useless because the race is where you get the points. The qualifying is not where you get the points. So that confuses me now. Dude, Max Verstappen is consistently, first sector, consistently faster than almost anybody. Yeah, he's absolutely faster than anybody else on the track currently. The closest person is Yuki Tsunoda. First sector, the closest person is Yuki Tsunoda. Which is a very good, so 30.6. Is that his personal best? Because that's definitely not that. Whoa, what is that? Zhou Guanyu gets 30.0. Zhou Guanyu gets the fastest second sector out of anybody, dude. Fastest second sector out of anybody. No, sorry, that's the first sector. Dude, I have to update this graphics correctly, dude. Is that the first sector or is that the second sector? Because they put it as the second sector. Now they moved it to the first sector, so that's interesting. Come on, what's your second sector, Zhou Guanyu? I just want to see how fast this guy really is. 30.06, dude. Zhou Guanyu is doing qualifying laps out here, man. Is that even possible? Is that possible that Zhou Guanyu is that fast? That's ridiculous. So Zhou Guanyu is going to have the fastest lap of the race? Is that correct? 1 minute 23, but that's not the fastest lap. Is it the fastest lap? Because now I'm confused now. Dude, there's something wrong with this live timing information. Something wrong with the live information here, because according to the data, you are supposed to be the fastest lap of the race there, but it's not. So here we go. Let's see. So what can I observe? What I can observe is that the only person that can attack now is Hulkenberg attacking Perez attacking Carlos Sainz. The only person that can pass, make a pass, and do something that we are watching and hoping to happen is passing. Because it's a race after all. We want to see people pass each other, right? So Perez, so that's Max Verstappen. He went into the pits, right? Did he pit? According to the graphic, he did not pit. So that means he went. So that has to be Perez then. So Carlos Sainz is about to get passed by Perez, but he's telling the team he does not want to pit until Perez passes him. He does not want to pit until Perez passes him, which means that is his strategy, which makes no sense. It makes that Carlos Sainz, your strategy makes zero sense, bro. Because first of all, you are so slow that Perez is catching up to you. You might be holding Perez up at this point, which means you are so slow on these soft tires that you are only destroying your own race. Because at this point, with knowing that Red Bull strategy team is so good, Perez will end up ahead of you no matter how you see. Okay, now they pitted him, but still, man. They're putting him, but I still believe that they should have put him earlier because he had nothing. On those soft tires, he was the slowest guy there, to be honest. I don't get it. If Ferrari is telling the drivers to be their own strategist, then that's a disaster. If Ferrari is that pathetic that they expect the drivers to be their own strategist, then that is just disgusting. It's just really pathetic, man. Ferrari has to be absolutely, utterly pathetic if they are happy that the strategy has to be done by the driver that doesn't have all the information that they have on the pit wall. That is really pathetic, man. So it seems that neither Max Verstappen, neither Perez have pitted. I can confirm neither Perez nor Max Verstappen have pitted. Now we're riding on board with Lewis. I'm not sure why we're driving on board with Lewis. Actually, you know what? Let me drive on board. Should I drive on board with Max? Nah. Maybe just okay. Lewis Hamilton's going to the pits. Lewis Hamilton's pitting. So now we have to see. Will Lewis Hamilton's strategy team, put him ahead of Norris? Because Piastri is second now. Last time in Britain, the previous race in Britain, Lewis Hamilton was in third because of his strategy team putting him under the safety car and then him leapfrogging and taking the position away from Piastri. Now this time Piastri is in second, Norris is in third, which means that Lewis Hamilton putting in fourth place, coming out, and now he's joining the racetrack in 8th place, means that he will most likely leapfrog Norris if we are to believe that Lewis Hamilton's team and his strategy team is that good, which I believe that they are. They are that good. Then Daniel Ricciardo is right behind Lewis. So can Daniel Ricciardo get a sniff at challenging Lewis? Because remember, Lewis Hamilton's got very cold tires. Cold tires is not up to temperature. The grip levels are not perfect. Oh, Daniel Ricciardo getting scruffy there, went off track there a little bit. He still held it together somehow. So McLaren respond, which means they're going to put Lando Norris. So McLaren is going to put Lando Norris, almost 100% sure of it. Yep, Lando Norris pitting. So the reason why Lando Norris is pitting now is because of what Lewis Hamilton's team did. That is the main reason why Lewis Hamilton is pitting right now. Perez is now in third place because of all the pit stops that happened in front of him. Now, all that Perez has to do is do qualifying laps, man. Do some qualifying laps, Perez, so that you can basically destroy Lewis Hamilton, or at least challenge Lewis Hamilton to see if, because I still believe that Lewis Hamilton has got the pace. I still believe it, especially towards the end. I think Lewis Hamilton's car is going to have the pace towards the end to challenge and even defend against Perez if Perez is to challenge him. Bottas is now challenging Leclerc. Leclerc came out of the pit stops. He just did his pit stop, and now Bottas is challenging him. Bottas is right there with the Ferrari. That Ferrari is absolutely a disaster, man. So Piastri is going to pit next. Piastri is in second place. He's about to pit. Verstappen has not yet pitted. Perez is not yet pitted. I don't know why I thought that they pitted, but they did not pit. I think what I saw is Max Verstappen driving, like looking like he's on a Sunday drive in front of everybody. Like he's so far ahead, you don't see anybody. And I assumed he came out of the pit, but he didn't come out of the pit. So most of these cars are coming out on hard tires. Perez is still on his hard tire, which he started with. Whoa, Norris is ahead of his teammate Piastri. How is that possible? That is not nice. That is not nice. How is it possible? 2 seconds. Norris made up 2 seconds and somehow passed his teammate that was literally way in front of him, chasing down Max Verstappen. Dude, now Oscar Piastri is going to be the victim of Lewis. Lewis's team strategist. At the moment, why is Hamilton in 7th? Why would Hamilton be in 7th when both these cars pitted, both McLaren's pitted, and they're in 4th and 5th, and Hamilton's in 7th? Interesting. So that pit stop was a pretty bad pit stop, huh? Lewis Hamilton's pit stop was pretty poor. Pretty bad pit stop for Lewis Hamilton because he's all the way down in 7th place. Piastri is in 5th place. Yeah, so Hamilton is now also complaining the fact that McLaren has got 9 seconds on them somehow. Fastest lap of the race. Lando Norris, 1 minute 23. 1 minute 23 for Lando Norris. Let me just quickly run to the toilet and come back. Okay, Verstappen still hasn't pitted. Verstappen still hasn't pitted. I'm still confused as to why Norris and Piastri is so far ahead of Hamilton, even though they pitted and Hamilton pitted as well. Verstappen, just as I said he didn't pit, now he's in the pit. So Verstappen is actually in the pits right now. Perez is the only one that hasn't pitted, but remember, Perez is on hard tires, so he's going to probably drive longer and pit much later. He's got 2.3 second pit stop, dude. 2.3 second pit stop. Perez is 20 seconds behind Verstappen. Now he's 3 seconds behind. He was 22 seconds, now he's 3 seconds behind. Remember, that is, Perez hasn't even stopped yet, and Verstappen pit stop, came out on hard tires. So DRS is, so Alonso's told that Lance Stroll will actually allow Alonso pass. Alonso's in 10th place, Stroll's in 9th place. Dude, it's so funny. Red Bull first, Red Bull second. McLaren third, McLaren fourth. Mercedes fifth, Mercedes sixth. Ferrari seventh, Ferrari eighth. Aston Martin ninth, Aston Martin 10th. That is funny, dude. That's pretty funny. Okay, so that's definitely not how the race is going to end. I don't see Perez taking second place. I see Perez taking third place, maybe. Maybe taking third place. But the problem with Perez is he is not highly motivated. He doesn't, even if Perez has the car to put him in first place, he still doesn't drive like someone that is so hungry and needs to have that first place. Max is the only guy that will do that. Max is the only guy. Oh, he's actually pitting now. Why the hell? Why did they put Perez on hard tires if they're putting him right after Max Verstappen? Max Verstappen was on medium tires, man. Come on. That strategy makes zero sense to me. Because he was on hard tires, which means he could have gone on longer. Now Perez joins in 7th place. I don't like that strategy, makes no sense to me, dude. He was on hard tires. He could have gone on for at least 15 more laps easily. Still maintained the same exact pace, and 15 laps, stay on the same pace, he would have been fine. I don't see the advantage of him putting there. Straight line and turn 11. So it seems that Lewis Hamilton is now complaining, and now the team is telling him, well, he's losing time on the straights. He's losing time on the straights. He's losing time at turn 11 and 14. 11 and 14 is where he was actually better than Max Verstappen in qualifying. Very funny. Very, 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 very strange. Very strange things going on here. I don't understand why Hamilton... Russell is helping Lewis Hamilton. Russell just let Lewis Hamilton pass him. And they're also saying that Mercedes is managing their engine temperatures, which means that they've got some reliability concerns, which is exactly what I said. In qualifying, they overclocked their engines, which is exactly what Ferrari did last year. They overclocked their engines. They've got the best, fastest, qualifying lap, and then when the race comes, the engine blows up. Like, what is the point here, Mercedes? If you can't qualify first on merit alone, and you have to use overclocking to... Oh, he went wide. That's track limits for Russell. Track limits for Russell, bro, and I definitely, he has to get a track limit warning there, bro, because I clearly saw him going off the track. There's no question that Russell went off the track there to stay ahead of Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz is now the one that's being chased by Perez, so he knows he needs to hurry up. And now you see Russell trying to stay in front of Carlos Sainz, but he's going off track and basically going to get penalized for track limits basically. So yeah, so let's just look at the positions. Max Verstappen is still in first. Norris is in second, which is surprising how Sergio Perez is attacking Carlos Sainz already, man. Carlos Sainz is already being attacked by Perez on the straights. That Red Bull is so much faster than anybody on the straights. Is insane. And now Perez is saying, okay, Mercedes, okay, Russell, you're driving so slowly. Let's see how fast you can drive with me behind you. Because remember, he was doing track limits. He's swerving. Why is Perez swerving? Oh, because of the DRS. So Carlos Sainz is now catching Perez in the DRS. That is why Perez was swerving, which is not actually allowed to do that. Moving under braking, you're not allowed to do that, Perez. You have to think what you do, bro. He even got DRS. Carlos Sainz even got DRS and he still couldn't stay ahead of Perez. So even if both cars get DRS, Perez is still faster, bro. Oh, it feels like Perez was like pushing Carlos Sainz off at that first corner where he passed Carlos Sainz. And now we've got Leclerc chasing down his teammate Carlos. I don't think Carlos Sainz liked this track, or he just doesn't. He's not happy with his car because damn, bro. Carlos Sainz is being caught up by everybody behind him, and that just means he's slow. That is all you can say. I know it sounds very harsh. Norris has got the fastest lap of the race so far. Good. Norris fastest lap of the race. Dude, how did Piastri lose second, man? That makes no sense to me. You're in the same team. How do you lose second place if you're clearly ahead of Lando Norris? Lando Norris was in third place, pitted in third place. Dude, Russell got passed by Perez on the outside of a very high-speed corner. And even then, Russell was trying to maneuver under that very dangerous high-speed corner. He was still trying to do a maneuver there. That could have ended up very badly for both of them, to be honest. They could have crashed. So let's see how Russell fended off or tried to fend off. So he basically went on the inside at the second corner. Russell is still there. Russell is still there. Russell is still there. So he was still there, still there, still there. And what did he do at the second? Oh, he was behind him eventually. Oh, no, he was. Oh, they actually did touch. I think they actually touched, dude. I think Russell and Perez actually touched. I won't lie. I think they actually touched, which could lead to a penalty for Russell if he does anything similar to that again, to be honest. And that's Russell in the pit lane. Interesting. Why would he come into the pit lane now? Oh, he hasn't pitted yet. Oh, so that is why he let Lewis Hamilton pass, because he hasn't pitted yet and he knew he was slower than Lewis Hamilton. Okay. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, yeah. And of course, he was on hard tires, of course. So position check. Let's check the positions. Position check. Verstappen first, Norris second. 6 seconds behind Verstappen. Piastri is 4 seconds behind Norris. And then you've got Hamilton, which is effectively 10 seconds behind Piastri. Perez is now... Perez is 5 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton. So I would say there's almost no... Like... The problem with Perez is that I know Perez is not that hungry for, fighting every single person in front of him. Like, Perez doesn't see that he has to pass everybody in front of him. So I don't know if he's actually going to pass Hamilton or not. If you don't know this, every single race that Perez has driven, especially in Mexico, even when his car is faster than Lewis Hamilton in front of him, he never attacked Lewis Hamilton and never successfully passed Lewis Hamilton. And I'm talking about when his car was faster than Lewis Hamilton's car and he still wasn't motivated enough. For whatever reason, Perez needs additional motivation for him to be hungry enough to pass everybody in front of him. And I don't understand why. I don't understand it. You are in Formula One. You're an actual Formula One driver. What additional motivations do you need to try and pass everybody in front of you? I don't understand that. Perez has got the fastest lap of the race at the moment. So yeah, so Perez got the fastest lap of the race. He took it away from Lando. So yeah, Perez is now 4 seconds. So he's definitely catching up to it. Like there's no way that Lewis Hamilton can stay ahead of Perez for long. Especially with Perez passing Alonso, there's no way. There's no way that Hamilton is going to keep Perez behind him. But never say never, right? Never say never. Just reel him in. That's what the race director of Perez is saying to Perez, telling Perez, dude, just reel in Lewis Hamilton. And he is doing that very well. Dude, his car is almost a second a lap faster. Lap 29, his car was almost a second, 0.8. 8 tenths faster than Lewis Hamilton on the last lap, 29th lap. So we've got Perez hunting down Lewis. He's in 5th. He wants Lewis Hamilton's 4th place. Carlos Sainz is 6th. Leclerc is in 7th. Leclerc is just a second behind Carlos Sainz, which means Leclerc is most likely going to attack Carlos Sainz. I don't see Leclerc not trying to take the position from Carlos Sainz. I don't see it. I don't even... Oh, wait. Is that... I'm just checking now. That's Yuki Tsunoda. I thought it was Daniel Ricciardo trying to attack Russell for 12th. Daniel Ricciardo is all the way in 8th place, but remember, he was involved in that collision at the start of the race. So I think both Alpines kind of hurt his car. So I will forgive Daniel Ricciardo for not outperforming Yuki Tsunoda here. But I also doubt that he would have been like top 8th place. I don't think that is logical for the car that he has. I don't think that's possible. Of course, unless. So Verstappen has asked if he likes the car tires. So it says, so basically Verstappen is happy with the tires, but he's just complaining that the tires are a bit stiff. But he was asked to comment about the tires, and he basically said, you know what, the tires are fine. They feel stiff, but the tires are fine. In the pits is Alex Albon. Alex Albon is now going for his 2nd pit stop. Let's see what tires they put on. I'm gonna guess medium, right? Are they putting medium tires on? They're putting medium tires on. Dude, don't tell me they're giving Albon hard tires and then giving him more hards. Okay, but I'm guessing the hard tires might be the better tire to go. But as far as I know, they have to drive it with at least 2 different compounds. Most of the drivers started with medium tires, so they went on to hard. It seems he's got hard tires. Okay, yeah, so position check again. Verstappen still in 1st, Lando Norris 2nd, 3rd, Piastri, Hamilton 4th, chased by Perez in 5th. Carlos Sainz 6th, chased by Leclerc, his teammate, in 7th. Alonso 8th. Stroll is in 9th, behind his teammate Alonso. Then we've got Bottas in 10th, Russell 11th, Yuki Tsunoda 12th, Hülkenberg 13th, Zoguen 14th, Magnussen 15th, Logan Sargent is in 16th, Albon 17 after his pit stop. Ricciardo is dead last in 18th place with Ocon and Gasly, both Alpines retired. And yes, Ricciardo was involved in that incident between him and both Alpines. Racing incident, so there wasn't any foul play apart from the Alpines just acting crazy. Now you see Perez catching up to Lewis Hamilton. That is definitely going to happen. I cannot imagine that Perez is going to get so close to Lewis Hamilton, not attempt to pass him. Like he has done it in the past. He gets so close to Lewis Hamilton, then just decides to just stay behind Lewis, which I don't understand. Hamilton doing the fastest second sector. It looks like the fastest second sector. Actually, someone else is also doing a fastest second. Russell is also doing the same fastest second sector, which is interesting. Both Mercedes are doing very well in the second sector area, which is interesting. Now we've got Max Verstappen doing the same, also 29s, sub 29s. Norris also doing sub 29s. So ultimately the times are going down, the cars are speeding up because the fuel load of the car is going down, because remember, they do not fuel cars. They fuel the car, they fill the car to the brim when they start the race, and then as the race progresses, the car gets lighter and lighter with less fuel, and that's why the car gets faster and faster. Even if they're on hard tires, which is not the faster tire, the car is still faster than your usual, faster than they usually be if they started the race. At the start of the race, the car is full load, and they're carrying that extra fuel load, which makes them a little bit slower. So yeah, so we've got Verstappen is the only guy that looks like he is not even going to be challenged. He's still 10 seconds ahead of Lando Norris. 6 seconds behind Lando Norris. In third place is Piastri. Hamilton is now catching up to Piastri. He's now 6 seconds behind Piastri. Perez is 2.3 seconds. So Perez is 2.3 seconds behind Hamilton. I won't lie. If it was Lewis Hamilton, chasing down Perez, then Perez would have been a sitting duck when it comes to when, Lewis Hamilton had the fastest car. Lewis Hamilton would have chased down Perez and already, give him 3 or 4 laps. 3 or 4 laps have passed and Perez is still 2 point something seconds behind. Perez has a car capable of being almost 1 second a lap faster. If he really wants to push it, he can do that. George Russell is racing Bottas. He just passed Bottas, but remember, Russell is not supposed to be worried about Bottas, the Alfa Romeos. So that's pretty funny. So Russell is now going to attempt to catch up to, he's 8 seconds behind Alonso. He might catch up to and pass Alonso before the end of the race. We have to wait and see if he can do so. I'm guessing everybody still has at least 1 pit stop. Yep, because there's 36 laps that's completed. 70 laps in total that they have to complete to win the race. And I'm guessing everybody is going to have 1 more stop, 1 last stop before the end of the race. So yeah, we have 7 seconds. The podium is on Perez. So they are telling Perez the podium is available. So they are trying to motivate Perez to pass Hamilton and then get to Piastri. I don't understand why you have to motivate a driver like that, dude. I've never seen them tell Max, hey Max, you can get a podium if you drive faster. That's exactly what's happening now. They are telling Perez, hey buddy, if you can drive faster, if you really want the podium, you can have the podium. It is sad, man. Perez is okay, I'm going to say the reason why I believe Perez is in this position and why he is like this and what is happening with Perez. Perez is a family man. He already has kids. He's already married. He is basically a father, right? And I think when you're a father, it seems that completely diminishes your will and your passion to push to the absolute limit. Because if you push to the limit, you're basically putting your life at a certain extent, you're putting your life in danger. I'm just have to try and rephrase my words there. You're putting your life in a certain amount of danger when you push it to the max. Because remember, you can still crash. The funny thing is, he's crashing so much now in qualifying and in practice sessions that you would think he's used to crashing. And that crashing won't deter him from pushing to the limit, but he still doesn't push it to the absolute limit. He still doesn't. And that is what is so perplexing to me, to understand why Perez needs additional motivation to try and pass people in front of him, to want to be the fastest guy on the track. I don't understand it, man. It makes no sense to me. Because that's not how a true racer operates. A true racer wants to be fast no matter what. And he just isn't, man. He just isn't that guy. And it's just shocking. So yeah, Perez is 1.3 seconds behind Hamilton. It's just a matter of time. I'm pretty sure Perez could have caught up to Hamilton way quicker than this, dude. So Hamilton is only 4 seconds, really? Hamilton is 4 seconds behind Piastri. So Hamilton trying to keep Perez behind him as long as possible, and taking away that gap from Perez, or should I say increasing that gap to Perez, has put him 4 seconds behind Piastri, man. Let's go, Lewis. Let's go. Let's see how. Lando, what are your thoughts on Plan A versus Plan C? It's funny, they are telling, so all the drivers are saying the hard tires are good, but they don't feel that great. It's such a strange dichotomy. They are not complaining about the hard tire, but they're also not completely happy with the hard tire. It must be so weird when you're in the pit lane and you hear this completely, like basically hearing the driver tell you, yeah, the hard tire is fine, but it's also not fine. Like, it makes no sense. I'm pretty sure the team is like, make up your mind. Is the tire fine or is it not fine? Like, it can't be both at the same time. Now, of course, I do understand what the drivers are trying to say is they know the hard tire is not the faster tire. It's not the fastest tire. They know the harder tire is not the fastest tire. And I'm pretty sure most of the cars are going to go back on mediums. I would be shocked if Verstappen goes on hard tires for... Okay, but then again, he's in the lead, so he can easily... Actually, he'll probably stay on hards and go on softs to get the faster lap of the race. I'm almost sure of it. Verstappen is going to get the faster lap of the race, go on softs. So I'm already calling it now before it happens. Verstappen is going to go on softs for fastest lap of the race, so it means he'll probably pit way longer than anybody else. Lando Norris is 15 seconds behind Verstappen in second place. Piastri is 7 seconds. And then you've got Hamilton catching up to Piastri. And guess what? Piastri is only 3 seconds ahead of Perez. Remember, he was 10 seconds ahead of... he was 10 seconds ahead of Lewis Hamilton. So Lewis Hamilton is only 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds behind Piastri. There's no excuse why Piastri should not be doing qualifying, so pushing his car to the maximum. Piastri, you've got no excuse, bro, because remember, you've got Lewis Hamilton, Mercedes. Mercedes is well known for this strategy. So if Lewis Hamilton can catch up to you, then you'll probably lose that podium. Even if you lose it to Perez, regardless, you'll still lose that podium. He might even lose the position to Lewis Hamilton. So instead of getting 4th place, you'll probably get 5th place, bro. So Piastri has got no excuse. He has to push. Piastri is the only guy. So 3rd place, Piastri is the only guy that's at risk right now. He's the only guy. Because he's a sitting duck. He has got nothing to do except try and push his car to the absolute limit. If he can't do that, then not only Perez will pass him, but Lewis Hamilton will pass him as well. So he is lucky if he gets 5th place. At the moment, he's got 3rd place. He is lucky to get 5th place if he doesn't push his car to the limit. At the moment, he's not increasing the speed if I compare it to his gap to Norris. He hasn't once looked like he was catching up to Norris, so I'm sorry, bro. You need to push. You need to push that car to the absolute limit, Piastri, because you're going to lose the podium again, and it's going to be your fault because you are not focused on pushing and staying, like basically making sure that you hold on to your position. You have to push. And now you've got Perez attacking Lewis Hamilton. Perez is attacking Lewis Hamilton, dude. Now you have to see, what can Lewis Hamilton do? How scared can he make Perez to pass him? Lewis Hamilton is now 2 seconds behind. Dude, there's no way Piastri is going to stay in third place. No way. Now, oh my god, dude, Leclerc has to fight with his team strategy. Like, his team strategists are so, like, my goodness, bro. The team strategists are so slow, and you have to literally make a fire under their buttocks. I wanted to use the A word, but I'll just say buttocks, because it's more PG. I'm trying to be PG. So this Leclerc is trying to get his team to realize that this next pit stop is crucial, but his team is saying they might decide to do something at the end of the race. He's saying, bro, we need to think about these things now. And this team is like, no, we might decide to do it later in the race. Ooh, Lewis Hamilton is pushing Perez, bro. This is racing. This is absolute racing. Perez is trying to go inside, outside. At the first corner, he tried to go outside. Then he went on the inside. Lewis Hamilton covering all insides actually pretty well. And he's still ahead of Perez. Still ahead of Perez. Lewis Hamilton doing an excellent job staying ahead of Perez. But we all know when it comes to that main straight, he's a sitting duck. So Lewis Hamilton only has this lap to try and get a lead, a minor lead, should I say. Actually, I think he might have enough. I think he's building up a small lead. He's building up a... Dude, he's catching up to Piastri, bro. Piastri is now only... what is that? 1.7 seconds. So it seems that Lewis Hamilton passed Piastri, bro. Oh, so they pitted him. So Piastri pitted. I was about to say, what the hell is going on? So Piastri pitted and Perez pitted. Piastri pitted and Perez pitted. So Lewis Hamilton is fine for now. He's taking third place. They're all on hard tires again. I think Verstappen is going to stay out and he's going to go for soft tires. I guarantee it. I'm almost 100% sure. Verstappen is going to stay out and go on soft tires and get the fastest lap of the race. That's his main motivation at this point. There's almost no way that is not the case. It has to be. So Verstappen is first. Norris is second. Norris is 20 seconds. So Verstappen can literally take a pit stop right now if he wants to. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Verstappen is going to take 2 more pit stops because he's got the pace. So I think Verstappen will probably pit after a couple of laps and then pit again for soft tires because he just has that amount of pace. So Hamilton is now 11 seconds behind Norris in third place. Now the strategy is going to play out, and I guarantee you Piastri can do nothing with Perez. And knowing that Hamilton's strategy team is going to somehow try and keep him in third place until Perez is going to attack that third place and try and take it away from Hamilton. Piastri is lucky if he gets fourth place. That is all I'm going to say. Piastri is going to be very lucky if he gets fourth place. The good thing is they gave Piastri medium tires. I think that's a very good call. They gave Piastri medium tires, means that ultimately Piastri has got the tires he needs to maybe catch up and make up the difference so that Hamilton does not. Oh, okay, that is not Mercedes. So now we've got a pit stop. That's Alonso in the pits. That's a very long pit stop. That's a bad pit stop. That's a bad pit stop. 3.3 seconds. It doesn't look that bad. I'm pretty sure it was more than 3 seconds. So Norris is now exactly 20 seconds behind Verstappen. Hamilton 11 seconds in third. Fourth is Carlos Sainz, 15 seconds behind Hamilton. And then you've got Piastri in fifth, Perez in sixth, Russell seventh, Leclerc 8th, Alonso 9th, Stroll 10th, Yuki Tsunoda 11th, Albon 12th, 13th Bottas, Ricciardo 14th. Nice Ricciardo. Nice comeback if he can stay 14, of course. Hulkenberg 15th, and Logan Sargent 16th, Zhou Guanyu 17th, Magnussen 18th. Magnussen is on 18th. Why is Magnussen doing so poorly this year? It's strange, dude. Since the end of last year, was doing really poorly. Actually, to be honest with you, since the end of 2001 season, since that end, he was not doing very well, man. Something happened between him and Mick Schumacher. I just hope that someone didn't compromise him on purpose. I just hope not. Sabotage him or something in 2000, at the end of 2001, to try and hold on to the seats, aka cough cough, Mick Schumacher trying to sabotage him and then, you know, cause them damage in the process. And I won't say what type of damage, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Spinning the rear axle. Yeah, so there was a problem with the pit stops with Alonso, but that's definitely not 3.3 seconds. That was at least 5 seconds, in my opinion. Whoever's doing these timings, they're not doing it correctly, bro, because that was definitely more than 3.3 second pit stop. Is keeping Perez out of DRS range. So is Piastri able to keep Perez out of DRS range? No, he is in DRS range. I can see it here. He is in it. The commentators are talking absolute nonsense, bro. Speeding in the pit lane, Leclerc. So Leclerc might get a penalty, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That was in desperation, they say. Yeah, I don't know what is so desperate about Leclerc holding on to 7th place. Because remember, this is Ferrari, bro. Ferrari's strategists are absolute clowns, man. Like I'm just gonna say it. They're absolute. Like I don't understand it, man. Even when they have a strategy, they don't even follow their strategy. Like it makes like they're sabotaging the fact that they have a strategy by not fulfilling the strategy. That is how bad Ferrari is, dude. That's sad. So Lewis Hamilton is being told by his racing director that he needs to pick up the pace, and Lewis Hamilton is saying, "This is the fastest I can go, bro." I will not be surprised if Lewis Hamilton's basically saying, "Bruh, I'm not working hard today, man. I'm just chilling in the car right now." I would not be surprised if Hamilton is just chilling in the car saying, "There's no way these guys, oh, Perez is passing. Perez is passing. Perez is passing. Piastri is passing him on the outside, trying to pass him on the outside." Yeah, he passed him on the outside, dude. That's how fast that Red Bull is, man. Piastri is trying to take back that position. Ooh, he went off. Oh, that looks so dangerous, to be honest, dude. If Piastri lost control, that they would have crashed. He would have crashed right into the Red Bull. That would have been dangerous. So Piastri was desperate to hold on to that position, but no, there is no chance for you, bro. Like, come on, Piastri. Instead of letting him pass you, why didn't you attack Lando Norris, man? So now we're trying to find out if there was contact between. There might have been contact there, just a little bit. Yeah, so at turn 2, Piastri was trying to take back the position somehow, and he went off-road, kind of. So Verstappen is officially 34 seconds ahead of second place Hamilton. Hamilton's got no chance. Penalty for Leclerc. Oh, speeding in the pit lane. Oh well, speeding in the pit lane. That's just the way it is, huh? So yeah, so Verstappen is first, Hamilton second. Hamilton will definitely get third place. I'm almost 100% sure, if Perez doesn't push with all his, speed and skill, because Perez needs so much motivation for him to do something. It's insane. You would swear he's not a Formula 1 driver. It's insane, man. So Perez isn't. So yeah, Norris is third. Perez is fourth. Perez is 8 seconds behind Norris. Norris pitted. So Norris is 2 seconds. Is 1 second. Norris is 1 second behind Hamilton, bro. So Norris might take back his position on track if Hamilton does not pit before that. I don't think Hamilton would pit now because I don't see any advantage. I think they're going to put Hamilton on soft tires. I think they're trying to put Hamilton on soft tires at the end of the race. They're trying to put him on soft tires so he can get a championship point, and also, basically get the championship point by doing qualifying laps and getting the fastest lap of the race, but also to stay on the podium. Ooh, Charles Leclerc again in the pits. Speeding in the pits. He was. Okay, so the reason why he was penalized is because when he entered the pit lane, he entered so fast, he went onto the brakes so hard that his car was moving so fast, even though he was completely melting his tires, locking up his tires at the entry of the pits. He was still too fast. He entered the pit lane too fast. Pretty interesting. It was very nice to watch him because that is desperation to do anything to gain an advantage, and unfortunately it's not really helping him. So now Norris is... They are telling Norris we need tires at the end. So basically they are telling Norris, please do not destroy your tires. And there we go. Lewis Hamilton went into the pit. Like, that is a very weak move. Instead of trying to defend Norris fair and squarely, they just said, no, let's go into the pits. The best option for Lewis Hamilton would have been that they would have kept him out and then put him on soft tires. But that is not going to happen, unfortunately. There's almost no chance. There's no chance Lewis Hamilton is going to stay ahead of Perez. I don't like, if Perez is really pathetic, then somehow Hamilton... Oh, Perez is already in front of Hamilton. Perez is already in front of Hamilton. This is insane, man. Dude, the strategy of Hamilton and Mercedes is very bad. And I think it's because Mercedes is just slow, man. How did they qualify first? How do you qualify first with this car? When the car can't even maintain a proper speed or pace, a competitive pace during the race, is like their pace during the race isn't competitive. Like, how do you qualify first? Like, what are these Mercedes people doing? That your car can qualify first, but during the race you can't even be competitive with your speed of your car. It is completely... It makes zero sense. It's illogical to have the fastest qualifying lap, qualify first, and then the race comes, your car can't, maintain a fast pace, a competitive fast pace. That makes no sense. So Perez is already in third, man. Perez is already in third. Piastri is stayed in fourth, but now we have to see, can Hamilton take on Piastri? Piastri is 7 seconds ahead of Hamilton. Hamilton needs to somehow take 7 seconds away from Piastri to be able to successfully pass Piastri. Now we've got Max Verstappen is in the pits now. Max Verstappen can pit 3 times if he wants to, it seems. It almost looks like he can pit as much as he wants. comfortably in the lead. He is now also on medium tires. They gave him medium tires. Nice. Medium tires for Verstappen. I guarantee you Max Verstappen will pit again to do faster lap of the race. I think he is going to personally decide to build a lead again so he can easily pit and do a faster lap of the race. There's still 18 laps remaining, so easily Verstappen can do some fast laps, build up his lead and do another pit stop and then do put on some soft tires. Unless if he can do faster lap of the race with the medium tires, that might be possible. We have to wait and see. So 12 seconds. Verstappen came out of the pit stops and came out of his pit stop and he is 12 seconds ahead of Lando Norris. Perez is 8 seconds. Perez is 8 seconds behind Lando Norris. 8 seconds. Honestly, Perez has got the car to beat Norris, but I think Perez just doesn't want to work that hard. Like, I don't understand it. Perez will not work that hard to go and get that second place, and that is sad, man. That's very sad. He has got 9-lap-old medium tires. He basically pitted not so long. He pitted the same time as Lando Norris. So Perez's tires is about the same as Lando Norris. He's got no excuse to try and catch up to Norris. Also being in the fastest car, in the second Red Bull, which is still the fastest car. So I don't know, man. So Piastri is in 4th place. Hamilton is catching up to Piastri, 6 seconds. Hamilton is only 6 seconds behind Piastri. Hamilton might catch up to Piastri, man. I'm actually interested to see what will happen between Hamilton and Piastri. Because Hamilton got passed by Piastri in the first lap of the race. At the start, Piastri passed Lewis Hamilton, made it look very easy. Now, of course, Hamilton was busy defending Max Verstappen and then compromised himself. So, of course, he compromised himself and Piastri took an easy second place. I do agree. But remember, he had such a good start that even Lando Norris was behind Piastri, even though Lando Norris started second. Max Verstappen trying to put on the fastest lap of the race. Yeah, he's definitely going to try and... So he's got the fastest lap of the race at the moment. Fastest lap of the race, and the fastest lap of the race is what? 1 minute 20.504. 1 minute 20. So if anybody can beat 1 minute 20.504, then I would be surprised. I don't see anybody close to that. No one is even on 1 minute 21. Never mind 1 minute 20. So if no one can do 1 minute 21, I think it's highly unlikely, unless if someone puts and do soft tires. The only person that can put on soft tires and maybe challenge Max Verstappen's fastest lap might be the back markers. It might actually be Zhou Guanyu, dude. Zhou Guanyu, okay, but he's 6 seconds in front of Magnussen, so you probably 12 seconds in front of Magnussen, so you probably won't. You won't want to lose that position, so I doubt Zhou Guanyu will do it. But he would be the prime guy to do it because he's not losing any points. Oh yeah, but then again, he can't claim it because it has to be top 6, right? I think it's top 6. The top 6 drivers of the Grand Prix is the only ones that can claim the fastest lap of the race and also get a point awarded. So if he's not top 6, then I guess that won't count. So Zhou Guanyu will definitely not be doing that. I don't even know why I mentioned him. Yeah, there's no chance. No one would want to lose a position anyway. So Max Verstappen is in a prime position to keep and hold that fastest lap of the race and also get that fastest, get that point, that extra championship point for being the fastest in the race. So Piastri is now only 2 seconds in front of Lewis. Hamilton is absolutely hunting down Piastri. which makes no sense as to why Hamilton, entered so far behind when they did the first pit stops, because he's clearly not that slow. They are not that slow. So basically what is happening now is Max Verstappen is telling his team that he believes he can go faster. But the problem is there's rubber on the side of the road from the tires, and those rubber, they call it marbles. So these tires leave debris, and these debris look like marbles, these clay from the tire, and he's trying to remove them systematically by going, or like basically going onto the racetrack, following the racing line, where he will be maximizing his lap time and trying to remove them. Landon Norris, Landon Norris, Landon Norris is being told that Perez is 6 seconds behind him, and Landon Norris is like, "Dude, I'm pushing, man. What else do you want from me? I'm pushing." Like, Landon Norris knows Perez is coming for him, and Norris is saying, "Bro, I'm pushing." That's funny. Perez has got no excuse. I'm telling you now. If Perez does not end up second, they should really consider getting a different way to motivate him. At least getting someone to motivate him before they decide to replace him. Because my goodness, I don't know why you need to motivate a guy within the fastest team with the fastest car not to pass the guy in front of him with the slower car. I don't understand. It makes no sense to me. Hamilton is about to pass Piastri. It's a matter of time. He's less than half a second behind Piastri. Less than half a second behind Piastri. Lewis Hamilton is lining up Piastri. He's lining him up, and he will pass him. Now, of course, Piastri likes to fight back. He already passed him. He passed him at the first corner. Here we go. Here we go. I'm seeing it now. It's a little bit delayed, but I'm seeing it. Yeah, he passed him at the first corner. Piastri didn't even try and defend or anything. That's insane. He didn't even try and defend. Piastri gave it so easy. Gave it up so easily. Dude, it's not the Red Bull, bro. It's not the Red Bull. It's the Mercedes. You can... For some reason, Piastri thinks that the Mercedes is the Red Bull, bro. That Mercedes is not as fast as a Red Bull. You can somehow still challenge Lewis Hamilton, bro. Don't give up, Piastri. Do not give up. You can still challenge Lewis Hamilton for that position. Do not give up. It's not like Perez. It's not like Perez. It's not like Perez, that's for sure. Yeah, so Piastri is basically given up. Perez is now 5 seconds. Perez is 5 seconds behind Lando. Norris is trying his absolute best to hold on to that, man. Lando Norris is doing his absolute best to hold on to second. However, his lap times does not reflect that he's fast enough. Perez is doing 1 minute 22s while Norris is doing 1 minute 23s. So it takes Lando Norris 1 minute and 23 seconds to go around. It only takes Perez 1 minute 22 seconds to go around the... So it's just a matter of time. It's not exactly a second faster, but it's definitely way faster than Lando Norris. Yeah, so We are watching Perez passing all the back markers. We are just waiting patiently to see how quickly Perez will catch up to Lando Norris and where and when he will make a move on Lando Norris. Lando Norris should not be underestimated. I think if there's someone that is going to hold on to second place, having the slower car between him and Perez's Red Bull, I think Lando Norris might be the one. I think Lando Norris will do a better job than Lewis Hamilton as, defending his position from Perez. So let's see, man. 4 seconds. 4 seconds. 4 seconds behind. So Perez is now 4 seconds behind Lando Norris. 4 seconds behind, and he's got 10 laps remaining, man. So 10 laps he has to keep Lando Norris behind. For 10 laps, Lando Norris has to keep Perez behind him. Can he do it? Can he do it? The last lap was 1 minute 23. Perez's lap was 1 minute 22.5. Oh, Norris's last lap was slow. Was too slow, man. Norris's last lap was too slow. 1 minute 23.9. They're not racing for anything. Dude, Norris is savage. Norris is being so savage. He's telling his team that, well, I'm trying to pass these back markers. They're not racing for anything. He's saying the back markers. Remember, he was a back marker not so long ago. So this is very funny. This is very odd for him to be disrespecting his fellow back markers like that, because he was one of them not so long ago. Now they're showing Ricardo. Ricardo's in 13th place. That's a very good drive from Ricardo. I wouldn't lie, man. Like, if Ricardo stays in 13th place, that's a very good drive from Ricardo. Qualified 13 and he held on to 13. Even with the start of the race where he had that accident with the two Alpines, he still did a good job. He still did a good recovery drive. So Ricardo definitely has the skills, man. Ricardo has the skills to stay in Formula 1. That is no doubt. He stepped into AlphaTauri. Yuki Tsunoda has been there for many years now, and guess what? Yuki Tsunoda's skills cannot compare, and that is exactly what you would expect from Ricciardo versus Yuki Tsunoda. Is Yuki Tsunoda will not be able to compete against Ricciardo. It would just be night and day. Now we understand why Ricciardo is a better fit for AlphaTauri, or just a better fit to be in a race car compared to De Vries. Rest in peace, De Vries. Your Formula 1 career might be over, but at least you can say you were a Formula 1 driver. At least he has that on his resume, that he was a Formula 1 driver, and that is not many people can say that. So Verstappen is asked by his team if he's all good, because they are just checking in on him, and then he's saying, yeah, we're all good. We're all chill, man. So Perez is attacking Lando Norris. I'm telling you now, man. If someone's going to keep second place, Norris is the guy to keep second place. If you want someone to defend their position to the best of their abilities, then Norris is the guy to do it, man. Perez is not like... Perez has the car. That's the only thing that Perez has. Perez has full advantage. He has the car to not only catch up to Norris, but pass him. But the only issue is that, unfortunately, Perez's car is so fast that he basically has to pass Norris. That it goes without saying. If you've got the fastest car, one of the fastest cars in Formula 1, and you can't pass a car in front of you that's slower than you, and you're almost a second a lap faster. Oh, track limits. Track limits for Norris. Come on, Norris. Come on. Do not lose this because of track limits. Please do not lose your second place because of track limits. That is not how we want this to go down. Yeah, so basically they are saying that Lando Norris might be using up his warnings before he has to stay within track limits, which I do agree with. But remember, if he needs to maybe go faster, then he no longer has that ability to do so. And if he makes a mistake and goes off track limits and he's got no warnings left, then penalty, you know. So he's screwed either way, man. You use him now or you use him later. You use him up now and you have nothing later, and you still you know get the penalty because you went off the track because you made a slight driver error. Then that's no good, dude. He is doing a very good job keeping Perez 3 seconds behind him. So far it's stayed 3 seconds for the last 2 or 3 laps, which is insane to think, because once again he's left. Oh, actually Perez is slowing down. Perez is slowing down. Perez is slowing down. Every lap that Perez did was 122. Now it's 123. So Russell wants to pit. Out of the blue, Russell wants to pit because he wants to be more competitive. But he will lose position, of course. Driver of the day so far, leading Perez. Like, Perez has got the fastest lap. Like, Perez is in the fastest car of the Formula 1 season. How does it make sense to give him driver of the day, bro? Give it to Norris. Norris has to defend. If Norris can successfully defend second place, then Norris deserves driver of the day for sure. Yeah, dude, 3.5. He's still 3.5 seconds. He's now 3.7 seconds. 3.7. Like, Norris is doing an astonishingly good job of keeping Perez behind him. Very good job, Norris. Very, very, very good job, Norris. That is why Norris is underrated, man. Norris is underrated. Perez is overrated. Like, I'm sorry to say this, Perez is overrated. Like, he's very good at street circuits. Any Perez fans, Perez is very good at street circuits, but when it comes to normal tracks, which is basically the majority of the racetracks, Perez just can't do it, man. I don't know why. Perez's only superpower is street circuits, and even then he still crashed in Monaco, which is insane because you don't see him crash, or should I say destroy his car fully like that in a street circuit. He's supposed to be the street circuit whisperer. Okay, so I have to be honest with you, 4 seconds now. It's 4 seconds. So Norris is absolutely controlling Perez. Perez cannot catch up to Norris. Verstappen can also pit if he wants to absolutely make sure that he's got the fastest lap of the race if he really wanted to. Verstappen already has the fastest lap of the race. Carlos Sainz is being passed by Russell. Carlos Sainz is being passed by... Why did Russell complain about tires if he's just passing Carlos Sainz? Russell passing... Oh, I think it's because Russell wanted to pass Leclerc. But he would have been far behind them then, and there wouldn't have been enough laps. So I don't know what Russell was thinking. Poor Russell, man. Russell wants to pass everybody, but he wants to go backwards first, which means that he wouldn't have had enough laps in anyways. In any ways, you wouldn't have had enough laps if you pitted, bro. That makes no sense. See, he was very happy to pass that Ferrari, which is so funny because Ferrari, I don't know, man. Ferrari is the only team that shoots himself in the foot. So passing them might not, like, I don't think that's a, like, it. I'm sure as a driver you feel good passing Ferrari, so let's just give it to him. But I don't think that's something to actually celebrate because Ferrari is not that good. in my opinion. They are not good enough to, especially in race trim. Racing trim, their strategies are always horrible, always a failure in some capacity. They always compromise their drivers with their, strategies, and I don't know how they do it, dude. Self-inflicting poor results. So Lewis Hamilton is now 3 seconds behind Perez. Lewis Hamilton 3 seconds behind Perez. Perez is now 5 seconds. Perez has said, you know what, I'm giving up. I am no longer going to go after Norris, which is funny, bro. He's got the fastest car. Him and Verstappen's got the fastest car, but Perez is like, bro, I'm giving up, man. I'm giving up. He has got no excuse for giving up. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Perez has zero excuse for giving up. But actually, the funny thing is, Norris is now doing 1 minute 22s, dude. Norris is doing 1 minute 22s, and Perez is doing 1 minute 23. So now it's flipped. The speed of Norris is what Perez's laps was 10 laps ago. So Perez's 1 minute 22 lap times are now become Norris's 1 minute 22. And now Norris's at 1 minute 23s are now Perez's 1 minute 23s. So that's almost a second a lap faster than Perez, which is insane when Norris is in the slower car. This is the difference between having someone that's highly motivated to win at all costs and someone that's just a second driver. Perez is an absolute second driver, bro. Like, I just don't know what to say about it. And now Hamilton is very fast. Hamilton is 2 seconds behind Perez. Hamilton is about to pass Perez. Hamilton is about to attack Perez. Hamilton is 2. Let's see if Hamilton can make it 1 second. Can Hamilton get down to 1 second behind Perez? Come on, do it. Come on, Hamilton. You know what? I want Hamilton to pass Perez because Perez does not deserve that 3rd place, bro. He does not even deserve that car, man. That car makes his life easy. Fastest car in a straight line, and still he's got no motivation to go after Norris and pass him. It's ridiculous, man. It's actually pathetic. Piastri is 17 seconds behind Hamilton. I guess we're starting to understand why Piastri didn't want to stay with Lewis Hamilton, because he realized Lewis Hamilton was on his own mission, and Piastri just didn't want to do that. He just didn't want to push himself to that limit. The issue with Piastri is this: when will you get this opportunity to fight with Lewis Hamilton in this way? Why don't you just push to the limit, Piastri? Why don't you do that? You are still young, bro. You like Piastri can do so much, and he chooses not to. Yellow flag. Yellow flag. Why? We got a yellow flag, but I don't know where. Where is the yellow flag? Yes. Middle part. Oh, because Logan Sargent is going slowly. Dude, that's a stupid yellow flag, man. Okay, so Hamilton will not be. Oh, he's 1.9 seconds. Hamilton is 1.9 seconds behind Perez, bro. He's not gonna do it. There's not enough lap time, man. There's not enough. He's not. That is just not enough. Unless Perez makes a mistake. If Perez makes a mistake, a driver error, then sure. Oh, he went round. He made a mistake. Whoa. Zogway and you almost drove into the side. I am shocked. I'm shocked at how bad Logan Sargent is, dude. These tracks, Logan Sargent knows these tracks, and he's still doing very badly, dude. It's shocking. Shocking. The racetracks he knows, he just does so poorly at. I don't understand. What does he want? He needs to go back to, like, when is the mid-season break? He needs to really, like, think, go deep. find himself, find what makes him good and focus on it. Like, he needs to find some form of focus. Hamilton is 1.6 seconds behind Perez, but it's too late. Too late. Too late. So the fastest lap of the race is still Verstappen's. So he does get that extra point. He will win this. Lando Norris will get second. Very good job, Lando Norris. Good job to Lando Norris. Lando Norris needs to get driver of the day. He needs to, dude. Lando Norris needs to get driver of the day because he controlled his race perfectly. Even when Perez thought he was going to catch up, he could not. Race finished. Verstappen first. Lando Norris second. Perez third. Hamilton fourth. Piastri fifth. Leclerc sixth. Russell seventh. Carlos Sainz eighth. Alonso 9th, Stroll 10th, Albon 11th, Bottas 12th, Ricciardo 13th. Very good job, Ricciardo. Hulkenberg 14th, Yuki Tsunoda 15th, Zhou Yu 16th, Magnussen 17th, Logan Sargent retired. Hopefully you did enjoy this live stream. If you did, do leave a like, do leave a subscribe. I'll see you for the next race in Spa. And no, I do not believe that in Spa Mercedes will be anywhere near competitive as they were in qualifying. As you could see in the race, they've got a very good qualifying car because they probably overclocked their engine to do more than what it should do, and then during the race they're concerned about the mechanical nature of their car. Like, it's just so funny, man. You push your engine to the absolute limit during qualifying, and then when the race comes, now you're concerned that that your car will have reliability issues during the race. So I don't really see the point. You do not get points for qualifying first, Mercedes. Let's just get that off the table. So fix your car, man. If you want us to all see a competitive race, then fix your car, please. Just as Christian Horner told Toto Wolff, fix your bloody car. He used a different word there in the middle, but he definitely told him to fix his car. So Toto Wolff, please fix your car so we can actually see if Lewis Hamilton still has got what it takes. Because at the moment, I can only see Lewis Hamilton to be the only guy to actually take the fight to Verstappen. Mercedes is the only team that looked like they could do something to Verstappen and Red Bull this race. And unfortunately, I have to be honest, I don't think so, man. I doubt that Mercedes, I think what they're doing, they are just absolutely maxing out that engine. And when it comes to the race, they just realize that now they have that concern of retirement, which is so funny. So hopefully you did enjoy this race. If you did, do leave a like, do leave a subscribe. If you want me to commentate qualifying for the next race, you would have to leave a like. If I don't have 5 likes, I would assume no one wants to see me, live stream qualifying. I did live stream qualifying for the first time yesterday. I just did it as a test because I've got new data and a new setup here. And that's basically, I just felt like, let me just test it, just do the qualifying so that I'm ready for the race day. And you know what? I think the setup works right now. I've got all the data I need to see what's happening. And now I'm able to actually see what's going on without these commentators destroying, basically being biased and telling me what they want me to believe. Dude, these tires are destroyed. Dude, watch that Red Bull's tires, absolutely destroyed. So bad. Okay, hope you did enjoy. If you did, do leave a like, do leave a subscribe. See you in the next episode. Ciao for now. That's Spa. I believe Spa is next weekend. See you then. Ciao.